All right. It says, and they have cast lots for my people, and they've given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and that's pretty much it. So the point I was getting at here is within the second verse, it says, I'll also gather all nations and bring them into the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, and I'll plead with them there for my people and my heritage Israel. Okay, so that's the Most High is putting that spirit for the fulfillment of the scripture to be fulfilled, man. Isaiah the 13th chapter on the 4th verse. All right, so the noise of a multitude, back in the 4th verse of Isaiah the 13th chapter. All right, the noise of a multitude as a great noise, as a great people, a tumultuous noise of nations gathered, nations and kingdoms gathered together. Right, it says, Lord of hosts musters up the host of battle, and says the nation come from a far country. All right, come from a far country. Right, the weapons of the Lord, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignations to destroy the whole land. All right, and let's see that back in the book of Job, 20th chapter, because judgment of Esau was going to come when he's about to fulfill his agenda, which is just about to fulfill his agenda, which he's going to try to fulfill, which is the so-called New World Order. All right, are you seeing that the weapons of the Lord's indignation is going to come and get him, man? All right, so what are those weapons of his Lord's indignation? Job 20th chapter on the 25th verse, 24th verse. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon. Okay, so it's an iron weapon. He's going to flee from that. Does that mean it's just going to be, round and straight? What is it? All right. It's questions you should be asking. It says, the steel bow, the bow of steel shall strike him through. So what's a bow? You got a bow and an arrow. All right. So they're saying the bow of steel is going to strike him through, and it's an iron weapon. All right. That's a projectile. Right, flying forth through, all right, and it's a steel projectile, all right. Let's read a little bit more. Okay, so it says there, yea, the glittering sword cometh, the glittering sword cometh out of his gulls. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hidden in his darkness is hidden in the secret places, right? And here's a clue. The final clue: a fire not blown shall consume him, and it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. All right. So, and in fact, it goes on to say, the heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and all his goods shall flow away. This is the portion of the wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage of the appointed unto him by the Most High. It's gonna be about them ICBM nuclear missiles, man. All right, because that's the fire not blown, man. All right, because you ain't gonna strike a match and all of that. No, that's just a perpetual fire, man. All right, a nuclear fire, man. That's what the Most High is gonna send forth as the judgment for this. Okay, so this is Isaiah 13 chapter on the 5th verse. It says, they come from a far country, even the end of the heavens, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land. Now we've seen the account of that within the book of Job, the 20th chapter. Okay, all right. It says, how ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Right, and they shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. It says, they shall be afraid, and pangs and sorrow shall take a hold of them. Right, they shall be as a woman that travaileth. You got all kind of people walking around and crying and all of that. See, when them missiles are flying, we're gonna see that's gonna be the real test of people's character, man. That's gonna be the real test of certain guys' character, man. All right, you thought you was the guy and all of that. But see, now the missiles is out there. Hey, you might have to, you might have to take a chill with that, man. You ain't the guy, man. All right. See, all of that pride that encompass within the society, man. See, the Most High is gonna take he's gonna do all the way with that pride, man. That's gonna be a damn beautiful thing. How the Most High is gonna humble certain guys, man. Some guys gonna get humbled, man. All right, you're gonna get humbled, man, and that's a beautiful thing. All right. So carrying on with the scriptures. All right, a couple of minutes left to go. It says, and they shall be afraid, and pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth, and they shall be amazed at one another. Right, their faces of flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both in wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, right, and to destroy the sinner thereof. All right, let's get a bread and butter scripture to link up with this scripture right here. This is the book of Amos, the 9th chapter and the 8th verse. For behold, the eyes of the Lord power upon the sinful kingdom. How we know it's a sinful kingdom? All kind of wickedness happening, man. Right? All kind of wickedness happening all over the place. Always, man. Idolatry. All right? All right? Anything contrary to the scriptures, it's happening in this society, man. But see, the Lord said He's got His eyes upon this society, and He's watching everything that's happening. He's recording it. I said, oh, okay, you did that. All right, cool. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you. Don't worry about it, man. I'm gonna get you when you least expect it. Because that's really how the Lord deals, man. He'll let you get a debt. He'll let you get in spiritual debt. All right, and He's gonna send them bailiffs over, and them bailiffs is gonna be them big ass, gigantic, spiritual entities to the, as angels. That's what He's gonna send forth as your judgment, man. All right, and that's a far worse judgment than you just turning back unto the Lord. And see, that goes for our people as well, because the Scripture does talk about how we was gonna speak unto a certain amount of our people, and they weren't gonna get this thing, man. They were gonna be focused on what? On their pride of life, right? Keeping up with the Joneses, all right? Getting in the house, getting in the car, and so on and so forth. And they wasn't going to keep up with the scriptures, man. And see, the Most High will allow you certain liberties. In fact, the scripture talks about how the Most High allows you certain grace. It's a grace period. You might have it to where you got a nice house. You might have it to where you got a nice car. Now, I can tell you, certainly for myself, I certainly don't have those things. Right? But see, the Most High might allow you to have those things. Save that it doesn't mess you up, because guess what? You're going to lose all of that. Alright, you ain't gonna have it to where the Most High is gonna spend out He's gonna reserve special chariot space so you can take your Mercedes-Benz out there into the chariots, man. That's the things of this world, and that's gonna burn with this world. It's gonna flow away with this world. Alright? As for things pertaining to the scriptures, we're gonna take that into the kingdom, scriptural understanding, and the Most High is gonna expound upon that, even on the greater sense. When we get into when the Most High really starts setting up this kingdom to be destroyed, we're gonna get that in its flourishing. In fact, the scripture talks about in the book of Hebrews, the 8th chapter and 8th verse, how we're going to be renewed, all right? We're going to be refreshed by the Most High giving us a new heart and a new mind, where we're going to have the Lord's text commandments, in our minds to do right all the time, all right? Back in Amos, the 9th chapter and the 8th verse, behold, I as the Lord power upon this sinful kingdom, and I'll destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will command and sift the house of Israel amongst all nations. And that's what we're having right now. Brothers waking up to this truth from all over the place. Africa, all right, England, all right, out there, in Europe, Asia, all of them different places. You got brothers waking up to this thing, man. That's the Lord doing the sifting, all right. But see, hey, with the sifting comes the judgment, and judgment plays out first at the Most High's house, man. So you got it to where, okay, the Lord's sifting, but you're gonna get some guys ain't about it. Hey, you're gonna get flipped out of this thing, man. All right, that's even more sifting, man. You got basic sifting. You take the big rubble, when you have cornmeal or whatever, and you grind it down, man. You just want to sell the fine powder, so you grind it down, and all of those big bits, you sieve them out, man. All right, that's what because that's undesirable. You got the corn, you grind it down, so you're gonna get rid of the undesirable bits, man. You might have some chaff in there, right? Some chaff in there, which is gonna be them sticks coming from the trees or from the corn itself, the husk. All right, so you sift it out, because you ain't gonna eat the husk. You ain't gonna get no benefits from eating some husk, man. There ain't gonna be no nutritional benefits. All right, but the corn's gonna be nutritious. All right, so that's what the Lord's doing right now. He's taking away the chaff, all right, all of the undesirable bits, and He's just leaving the straight up meal, man. All right, so Lord will command, He'll sift the house of Israel amongst house of Israel among all nations, like corn is sifted in the sea, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth, man. It's not the least guy. In fact, the scripture says, goes on to say about the least guy. The least is gonna be like King David out there in the kingdom, man. In fact, it says also how the least guy is gonna turn into a nation. All right, you're gonna be turned into a nation, man. So that's great in itself, man. How the Most High gonna take one guy and you're gonna be doing so much popping. All right, you're gonna become a nation, man. All right. So it says here, for lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel amongst all nations like corn is sifted in the sea, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All sinners of my people shall die by the sword, right? Which say the evil shall not overtake us, nor prevent us. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David. The Lord's raising up the tabernacle of David. This is what you're seeing out here with these guys are pushing this truth and sincerity. That is the house of David, right? Namely GMS, right? And close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins and build it as in the days of old. So going back onto Ezekiel the 37th chapter. All right, Ezekiel the 37th chapter is talking about us being in our oldest state, namely actually the 11th verse. All right, if I'm not mistaken, it says and that they may possess the remnant of Edom, the lands of Edom, right, and all of the heathen which are called by my name. So we're going to possess them heathen nations' land as well, man. So that's going to be ours. We're going to let them live there, all right. And we're going to take, a sizable proportion of their, we're going to tax them, in other words. We're going to take, so if you've got a heathen nation that they'd be good for rice or some shit, we're going to take maybe 20-30% of that, man. All right, and now you do your business amongst these other nations, man. But see, that's going to be even better off for them than what Esau's doing, because Esau will just go up in there, steal it, and mess up the land, man. Look what he did out there with Iraq, man. He went up in there, took up oil and opium, and now Iraq is just a desert wasteland, man. Look what he did out there in Syria, man. Right? You see, look what he did out there in Libya, man. That's just the nature of Esau. He'll come up in there, take what he wants, and but see, when we're in rulership, we're gonna just tax you. Look, it's gonna be heavy taxes, or you're gonna be, and really, you gotta serve your 1,000 years of just hardcore slavery, man. And after that, just everyone's gonna be all right, man. But we're gonna be just doing a hell of a lot better, man. All right, that it may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathens, which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this, and says, behold, the days of the Lord cometh when the plowman shall overtake the reaper and the treasure of the grape to him that soweth. And says, and the mountains shall drop their sweet wine, all right, and all the hills shall melt. And says, I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them. Now we gonna actually be bringing, adding bricks to mortar? No, we ain't gonna be lifting a finger, but them heathen nations gonna be doing them. They're gonna do it at the crack of a whip, man. Okay. Back in Isaiah the 13th chapter, and this is the 10th verse, right? It says, for the stars of heaven, the constellation thereof shall not give their light, right? They shall be darkened. They shall be, therefore shall the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause a light to shine. And what's that talking about? When that judgment plays out, you're gonna have it to where you're gonna have dust dispersal being dispersed into the ambient, into the skies and that. And in so doing, you ain't gonna have it to where the light from the sun and the moon gonna be able to cause a light to shine. Isaiah the 24th chapter talks about it, okay? All right. And it says, and I'll punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I'll cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. Who's proud? More proud than Esau. But see, that pride is going to cease, man. It's going to be taken away from me in that day, man. All right, and I'll cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I'll lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So Esau's terrible, man. All right, but that haughtiness, that pride that he's driving force to achieve, and that's going to be taken away, man. All right, and I'll make a man, the Israelite man, more precious than fine gold, even the golden wedge of Ophir. All right, and it says, and therefore will I shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, right, in the wrath of the Most High, and the day of his fierce vengeance, right, and it shall be as the chased road. Now let me just jump to the the points in this, right. I go to the 15th verse. It says, and everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So you got guys that are joined unto Esau, and via treaties, by 501c3 charters, and so on and so forth. You're gonna fall with Esau if you're joined Esau. Okay, that's just the fact of the matter right there, man. And it says, and their children shall be dashed to pieces right before their eyes, and their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives shall be ravished, man. All right, so we're gonna grab up them Edomite delights, man. Edomite women, we're gonna grab them up, right? But you can't be dealing with her if she got a man. So the dude's gonna be put to death, and that line of the Edomites gonna be stopped. So the children's gonna be dashed to pieces, dashed, as the scripture says, man. So that's gonna be your judgment, man. That's gonna be your judgment. We're gonna breed you out, man. All right, we're gonna be having fun doing so, man. All right. It says, and behold, I will stir up the spirit of the Medes against them, and they shall not regard silver, and as for the gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows shall dash their young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on a fruit of the womb, and they shall not spare the children. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, which is America right now, right, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Now we know it's America right now, because you're reading all of that. That really is relevant to America, man. All right, and it says, and it shall never be inhabited, and it shall never be dwelt in from generation to generation. All right, and it says there, neither shall the shepherd make his fold there. Right, but the wild beasts shall lie there in their houses, and the doleful creatures and the owls and the satyrs and shall dance there. Okay, so it's gonna be America, just like how Babylon was turned into a desert wasteland back then. Same thing's gonna happen to America right now, man. That's the times we're living in. But see, that's the scripture talks about that, how there's nothing new underneath the sun, and how the Most High repeats certain things. All right, we're gonna see the repeat of that, situation playing out too again. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say Kal Halal Yahweh Shimi Shai. All right. Double honestly, apostles or JMS. Honestly, brothers, I'll be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.